Assalamu alaikum everyone. The topic for today is forgetting our bitter memories. We all have faced negative experiences in the past. We all have unhappy memories about some injustice done to us or some unfair treatment meted out to us or even some kind of wrong which we feel someone has committed against us. But have you ever thought that these sad memories have a very bad effect on you? And you must realize that you have to completely abandon these unhappy, unpleasant memories of the past. So, we all face negative experiences on a regular basis. This is a common phenomena of our life. But what we do wrong is that we tend to dwell on those negative experiences. We keep thinking about them time and again, and we mention it to people. But we do not realize that when we speak or think again and again about these negative memories from our past, we tend to make it a habit of ours. And once it becomes a habit, then it has a very lethal effect on you because it becomes a part of your active memory. And when that happens, it has the potential to unleash a jungle of negative thoughts in you. This is why it is most essential for all of us to forget completely the sad events which have occurred in our life. And the option before us is not to forget these bad memories or to not forget these bad memories. Rather, the real option before us is either living with these bitter memories or completely freeing up your mind of these kinds of negative thoughts. And the option of living with such thoughts which burden your mind is definitely not a good option for any one of us. This is why we have to learn to let go of all the unwanted situations which have occurred with us in the past. And this habit of forgetting is very beneficial, and you can experience it in your own lives. For example, it will help you to not waste your time. It will save you from distractions and it will help you direct your energies elsewhere. So, all these things are so essential for a better life that any sacrifice to achieve it is definitely worth it. And here we have to understand a principle governing human life. And that principle is, or that law of nature is, that in human life, your share is 50%. Your share in your life is 50%. And the rest 50% is dependent on others. And we have to understand this important principle because it means that you are not in control of the situations present around you, and you will never be in control of these situations. And the only option, therefore, before you is to not live with memories of the past, sad memories of the past. Because if you do so, then it means that you're not ready to accept this principle of human life, this universal law of nature. You want everything in your control. You want situations to proceed in the way you want them. You don't want to have or face any kind of unwanted situation in life. But all this will never happen. You cannot change the law of nature, because your life or the situations you go through, the circumstances you face, are not entirely in your hands. They are also in the hands of the people around you. They can put you through something unpleasant, negative, and extremely unfavorable. So you have to understand this principle of human life, which is that your life or your share in your life is 50% and that of others is 50%. So you cannot change this principle. You cannot change this law of nature. So it is better that you change your own self. Come to accept the fact, come to realize the fact that your life will not 100% be in your control. Your situations or your circumstances cannot always be decided by you. You have to accept this principle. And this acceptance is what will endow you with great peace of mind. If you want to change this principle, if you want to fight against this law of nature, you must know that you will never be successful, and it would only take away your peace of mind and your solace and tranquility. So learn to accept this principle. Change yourself. Don't demand or don't seek to change the law of nature. And this principle or recognition of this principle will help you in leading a contented life, a life of peace and tranquility. And here I would also like to mention a very important fact about the human body. You know that your body consists of several organs, near about 80 organs. And all of these organs are constituted of cells. The organs of the body are made up of cells. And the cells contain what is called chromosomes. So these chromosomes are nothing but the DNA. And this DNA is the blueprint for all of our lives. Your DNA is the blueprint of your life. Now, if we consider this to be the chromosome, then there is something special in every chromosome, and that is the tip of the chromosome. If this is the chromosome, then this is its tip or an extension. And this extension is called the telomere. And this extension or tip or the telomere influences our aging, or it influences and affects our aging, the way or the manner in which we age. So telomeres, which are at the tip of the chromosome or extensions of the chromosome, are very important in our lives. And it is seen that the length of the telomere determines how long a cell will live or how long a cell will survive. So telomeres are therefore called cellular clocks. And it has been seen that as we grow, as we age, then the size or the length of these telomeres reduce. And as we age more and more, the size of these telomeres reduces further until finally they are completely chipped off. They are no more there. And when this happens, when a chromosome loses its telomere, then the cell declines in growth. It loses its proper functionality. It almost dies away. And that is the point wherein you develop age-related diseases. You become prone to illnesses. So we see that the length of the telomere is actually responsible or directly proportional to our aging. The shorter the length, the faster it means we are aging. And the point which is most worthy of being noted here in our context, in the context of the present discussion, is that research has found that there are certain behavioral patterns which affect the length of the telomere. Specifically speaking, there are certain patterns in your behavior which reduce the size of your telomere and thus decrease your lifespan. And one of the very important behavioral patterns which affect the size of our telomeres is negative ruminations. Now, what is negative rumination? It is reviving bitter memories from the past and constantly freshening them up in your mind. So research has established that this pattern of behavior, constantly thinking about negative instances from the past, is responsible for shortening the size of your telomere. And when it shortens the size of your telomere, it means your cell's aging has been accelerated and your quality of life therefore deteriorates. So here you have a scientific fact which establishes how negativity is so lethal, so detrimental to your body, to your quality of life. And this is why we have to be extremely cautious, extremely alert about not allowing the past negativity to cloud our minds. And we have to bear in mind that research has also shown that positive psychological traits or positive behavioral patterns are related to longer telomeres, longer length of telomeres. So there is a direct correlation between positivity and better quality of life. So we have to bear this extremely important principle about human life. All these facts have been established by researching on how humans lead their life and what affects their life. And a very important incident which I recall at this moment is of a talk show which I was seeing hosted by Oprah Winfrey. And she had invited a priest to speak on the stage. And the priest made some very important points, very hard-hitting sentences he made. For example, he said that when you keep remembering negative occasions from the past, then what are you doing? You are actually empowering those negative occasions. You are enshrining them. You empower them and you enshrine them. So he made a statement which was very, very striking for me, and I will quote it here. He said, "Cast away your past, cast away your history, and embrace the possibilities of your destiny. And your hands should be free to do something great in life." And I think this completely sums up what I'm trying to say today. Negativity basically ruins you, because a lot of your mental energy goes into thinking about what happened to you, why it should not have happened to you, how unfair it was. And all this leaves you totally clouded. It leaves you preoccupied, and you're unable to focus or concentrate on anything of importance. And on the contrary, positivity leads to increase in your productivity. Rather, it raises your intelligence levels and it makes you happier. So this is why today all of us, you and I, you and me, have to take the pledge that we will forget the bitter memories which we had been entertaining in our mind. Today itself you should take a pledge that if there was something that was making you negative today from your past life, then you will abandon that negativity. You will completely forget it. You will eliminate it from your life so that you can do something far better. You can explore possibilities of the future. So inshallah, may God help all of us to stay on this positive course of life, and may God help you all achieve positivity in life. Thank you.